Hi all of you. In this video I am going to talk about the object oriented features. Okay, let's see. Object oriented, or we call sometimes as OOPS, right? Object oriented programming structure. So to say that a programming language is object oriented, we need to satisfy certain conditions, or the programming language should possess certain properties or features. Okay, object oriented programming language properties, we can say. The first one is inheritance, second one polymorphism, third one encapsulation, fourth one abstraction, right? Okay, so here I am going to give you theoretical explanation, which will be quite useful for your exam purpose. Okay, and in some other video I am going to explain separately about the inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation and the abstraction with programming. Okay, now let's see what is inheritance. Let me make it a little bit down. Inheritance. Okay, what is the meaning of inheritance? It means the children inherits or inherited the properties of their parent. Okay, look, in Java everything is under some class. So in inheritance we'll have class parent and the class child or children. Okay, now whatever the properties that were in the parent class will be automatically available to the child class or the children classes. How? And in Java, to do inheritance we can use either extends or implements keyword. Okay, extends we are going to use when a class is inheriting the properties of another class, and the same extends we can use when an interface inheriting the properties of another interface. Okay, now let's talk about the implements. Implements is also a keyword. We use implements when one class or let me write separately, one class inheriting the properties of another interface, okay, or from an interface. And okay, so in Java we have different types of inheritance. What are those? First one, single inheritance. Second one, multi-level inheritance. Third one, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, but Java does not support multiple inheritance. Okay, let's see why like that. Let me try to design one small diagram. Okay, this is one class. Let's take another one. The video will become little bit lengthier, okay, even though it will be quite useful to you people. Okay, now let's say this is okay class 1, this is class, oh god, 2, let's say this is class 3. Okay, now what is the meaning of single inheritance? Okay, this one, this is nothing but the single inheritance. Why? Because one class is inheriting the properties of another class. That means the relationship is between only two classes, class 1 and the class 3, right? So such type of inheritance we called as single inheritance. Fine. Okay, better you people prepare notes by your own. Now let's talk about the multi-level. Okay, I'll show you. Class 1 to class 2, class 2 to class 3, and so on, like this. Okay, so such type of inheritance we can call as multi-level inheritance. It can be between multiple classes, maybe 1 2 3 4 5, like that also, no problem. But for your understanding, I am taking only 3 classes. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, in the hierarchical same way we are going to do the inheritance. That means class 1 inheriting class 2, okay, and the from the class 1 class 3, right? So like this here we can make the inheritance. So the type of inheritance we can call as hierarchical inheritance, right? Okay, now what multi-level? Let me delete this one. Here, okay, so like this we are going to do the inheritance multiple. That means this class trying to inherit the properties of class 1 as well as class 2, but this is not possible in Java. Okay, I'll try to explain theoretically. It will be difficult for you people to understand, but I hope you will understand. How to go it downside. Okay, no problem, let me try here. Okay, class 1, class 2, class 3. Okay, I'll give you one nice example. For example, here one method is there, void m1. Okay, just an example. Okay, it will have certain coding. So here also we have void m1. Okay, certain code written inside the braces. Now from here, okay, I am calling object dot m1. Now tell me, this class 3 is going to call the method of class 1 or class 2? which one it is going to call? Can you decide? No. So there will come one problem called, I think you might have learned in formal language in automata theory. There is one concept called ambiguous or ambiguity, right? So there will rise a problem called ambiguity problem. Because of that, Java does not support multiple inheritance. Fine? Okay. Okay, this is about inheritance. Now, second point, polymorphism. Polymorphism means, okay, according to the Java, the best example of polymorphism is parent class pointing, okay, parent reference pointing to child object. Okay, this one. And okay, another one. Look, we have multi-threading. Okay, sorry. Overloading and the overriding. I have made separate video on the overloading and the overriding. So if you read, if you listen to that video, you will come to know about the overloading and the overriding. Okay, polymorphism means one thing will behave in multiple different ways according to the situation. So that concept we called as polymorphism. Okay, only one operator in Java supports polymorphism, right? This one plus y plus can add as additional operator as well as concatenation operator, right? So plus is the only operator which support polymorphism. Why? Polymorphism means the same thing will act differently according to the situation. So look, plus in some situation is going to act as additional operator, and in some other situation it is going to act as concatenation operator. Now, encapsulation. Okay, what's the meaning of encapsulation? The best example is class. Why? Because inside the class we encapsulate different methods, different variable by using different access modifier. For example, by using the private, we can declare a variable or a method, etc. So that concept we called as encapsulation. That means we are hiding the code inside some other code. Example, inside the class we can define different variable, different methods, and so many things, and we can declare them as private also. So that means we are hiding the content inside some we can say some capsule. Simple example. So that concept we called as encapsulation. I think, okay, look, we have medicine which is called capsule, right? So look, inside that capsule the content of the medicine will be there, or inside a box we may have chocolates. So that box is nothing but the encapsulation object, and inside that encapsulation object we have some other object which is being hidden from the outside world. So that concept we called as encapsulation. Now the fourth one, abstraction, almost same as the encapsulation. That means both the encapsulation and the abstraction we are going to use for security purpose. Okay, we are going to hide the actual content. Abstraction means, okay, you can take the example of ATM machine, or you can take your mobile. Look, no, even you can take your system. We are using this Microsoft Word, right? Okay, we are only using the application, but we don't know anything about the underlying code. Look, to develop this MS Word application, the developer had written multiple number of codes, but we don't know anything about those code. We are just using the final outcome. Same thing with your WhatsApp application. You are using the WhatsApp for sending message, for calling, for downloading some video, something, but we don't know the internal implementation. So that type of concept we called as abstraction. Fine. Okay. So look, abstraction concept, it is quite large. Okay, let me explain you. So look, we can declare a class or a method as abstract. Okay, so that means if you declare the class or the method as abstract, then no need of providing implementation of that particular method. Then where we are going to provide the implementation, we are going to provide the implementation in some other part of the program. So that means we are hiding the implementation of that particular method, right? So that type of concept we called as abstraction. Okay, so all these are the different features of object-oriented programming language: inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and the abstraction. So from this video, you listen carefully, and afterwards better prepare notes by your own, and whatever I am explaining here, it is much more than sufficient for your exam purpose. Fine. So still, if you have any doubt, anything, then please do let me know, so that I can prepare some other video by rectifying or by clarifying your doubts. Okay. Okay, then let me stop here. All of you have a nice day. Bye bye, take care.